So we're gonna start for the next few minutes, and we'll be transitioning from our usual doing state of mind and achieving and trying to get someplace to a state that you may call not doing or being. We are often trying to get somewhere into our next great thing or become someone better than we are. And while it's great to work towards improving ourselves, what often is the case that we get to that place, whether it's graduating or retiring, and we are happy for a little while, and then we are off to the next great thing that is going to make us happy. And it is like a never-ending treadmill. And this practice we are doing as mindfulness meditation is taking a different perspective. That is, this moment is already perfect. And you are already perfect, and the only thing that says otherwise are the thoughts that are running in your heads. And as we go throughout our lives, we start to accumulate these thoughts and judgments that we should be different, that we are or act like that person or look like that other person. And some of these thoughts are helpful, but most of them are nonsense. And we need to train ourselves to take a break from that narrative that can be so helpless. That's what we are going to do now, resting in what we might call a non-judgmental state of awareness, where we'll just observe our moment-to-moment experience without trying to change anything. So to begin, I gently invite you to close your eyes, to sit comfortable in an upright position and not an uptight. Keeping in mind that this is a practice about falling awake and not falling asleep. And for the first few moments, let's just settle in. And I leave settling vague because settling may mean something different for each of us. And giving you permission to be here. So often we are taking care of other people, grandchildren, friends, family, or taking care of things that need our attention, and to stop doing that for the time being might be foreign or uncomfortable. So knowing that for these next moments there is no place you need to be, nothing you need to do, and no one you need to become other than exactly who you are in this moment. And we can begin becoming aware of the fact that we are breathing. Noticing the air moving in and out of the body. Maybe noticing movement in the belly or the chest. The air in and out of the nostrils. Rising and falling of the shoulders. Just observing this breathing process that we usually don't pay attention to. Just observing how it is in this moment. Is it short and shallow? Maybe it's long and deep. And noticing on as the air moves into the lungs, the belly expands, maybe feeling the pressure into the abdominal wall. As we take an inhale and then ease and relaxed as we exhale. And let the breath act as an anchor to your attention. And as you may already know this, the mind has a life of its own and likes to think and get caught up in ideas and judgments and fantasies. And that's okay. The mind is always going to do that, and trying to stop it from doing that is like trying to stop the ocean from waving. But what we can do is notice when our minds get caught up in thoughts and judgments and ideas, and gently redirect them to the breath. Redirect the attention back to the breath and maybe try to catch it a second before our minds wander off again. And each time you notice that you get to choose, will let my attention wander, or will bring it back to the breath? Remembering that for this practice we are cultivating an attention and awareness on the breathing process. And we're going to take a little longer pause as we practice this redirecting our attention and focusing on our breath. Just the breath, breathing in and breathing out, noticing the air coming into our lungs, and practicing and seeing if we can catch a second before our minds wander off and bring it back to the breath. Moment by moment, allowing our attention to sink into this breathing, into this breath. Allowing the breath to serve as a reminder that you are alive. And as long as you are alive, there is much more right with you than there is wrong with you. Just this breath and just this moment. Can you be aware of that pause between inhaling and exhaling? And you be aware of the whole duration of the inhale and that split second when we start exhaling. Just noticing as if your attention has wandered off temporarily. That happens, you don't have to beat yourself up or think that you are a bad meditator. Just notice that the mind is thinking. And as soon as you notice that, you've awakened to this moment. You become aware. And with the awareness, you can intentionally redirect your attention back to this breath. And with each passing moment, allowing the awareness to settle more deeply, with the breath more deeply into this present moment. Perhaps noticing that sensations around the abdomen as the air moves into the lungs and then out of the lungs. What does that feel like? Feeling the rhythm, observing this process with care and affection, maybe even curiosity. Maybe you're noticing how frequently the mind thinks. Perhaps you never noticed that before and now you do. That's awareness. It's mindfulness. So there is a lot to celebrate on this moment of waking up. And I would like to move to some sets of words as we keep our breathing in and breathing out. I like every time you breathe in to say deep, and with the out breath say slow. Breathing in is deep and breathing out slow. Feeling the breath and repeating these words. Deep and slow. Your breath may naturally slow and become deeper as you repeat these words. But you don't have to make an effort or force it. Just stay with the breath, with the sensations and the words. Keep it very simple, deep, and with the out breath slow. And let the words and the sensations merge and fill the mind. As we move to our next set of words, breathing in, we say calm. Breathing out, ease, calm, ease. And let these words play soft in the background while the experience of the breath is in the foreground. Just focusing on the sensations and repeating the words calm and ease. Just remembering that every time that the mind wanders, notice that your mind is thinking and bring it back to the breath. As we move to the next set of words, breathing in, smile. And breathing out, release. Breathing in, smile. Breathing out, release. Smile and release. And with these words, you can gently, intentionally turn up the corners of your mouth into a little smile, but don't force it if it feels wrong. But if it comes easily, let it come. Smile, release, staying with the sensations of the breath and repeating the words smile, release. As we move to the final set of words, breathing in, present moment, breathing out, wonderful moment, breathing in, present moment, breathing out, wonderful moment. Feeling the breath and repeating the words. Seeing that any moment which we are present, it's a wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. Present moment, wonderful moment. And as this meditation comes to an end, perhaps extending some appreciation and gratitude for ourselves, for taking the time out of your busy days to do this practice, to intentionally nourish yourself in this way, to step off the treadmill of doing and accomplishing and achieving and trying to get someplace, and step on the treadmill of being and remembering that you are already whole. You are already perfect. Go inside your hearts, just be. Go inside your heart and see what it means, what it wants, what it yearns when it beats. Go inside your heart and see. May the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be kind, be true. May they be acceptable to you, O my rock, O my rock, and my Redeemer. Ya la 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 la, ya la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, ya la 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 la, la la.